that. Since I don't use it very much, I want to go look around and see what's available before we start. All right, so baby raccoon. Baby raccoon. God.
This is really cute.
God. So here is baby raccoon. As usual, we're going to start with kind of a vertical, not kind of, totally a vertical. And of course, we'll start with the drawing. So start with your pencil. I don't even know why I have this stuff open here. It's over. And let's see. I'm going to say the halfway point. Yeah, I'm going to test it. Hang on. So I'm guessing the halfway point is just about the top of that little white part of his nose. Yeah, that's about right. Halfway point is here. Yep. Quarter point is here, here. One, two, three, four. So there's your half and your quarters. And oh my God, this thing is so cute. I can't stand it. It's so cute. And if I go all the way across from like here to here, it is about the same width as it is height, right? And it looks like the width of the rest of him maybe is about the halfway point. Let's see, about 3/4. So, and the other thing I want to show you, just to remind you. So from here to here, this is the same distance. From the halfway point, from here to here, it's about 3/4 of the way. So let's start by, and you can kind of put your little guy anywhere. Start with your vertical, any length, any distance. I always say I'm going to go, yeah, I went a little bigger this time. I might even go a little bigger than that. I'm going to make this pretty big. Make sure I can fit them all in. I'm going to find my halfways and my quarters of my so funny. Have you guys ever noticed that like some days you can really see them, judge them really effectively, and then other days you're just like hopeless at judging distances? Sometimes I'm like, I think this is halfway, and it is. So you can see I've marked my halfway point and my quarter points here. And then the distance from here to here is basically, if you can see it here, the distance at the halfway point is really 3/4. So I can come here, over here. I'm kind of guessing.
You're guessing?
Yes, hi, Diana. We're gonna
Hey,
and we're gonna check. Good to see you. I didn't know if we would. I know we're
no,
coming.
I didn't either. I have so much work right now because we announced the finalists today for the SoCal Award.
That's great.
You
And
saw,
Christina was one of them, apparently.
yeah, and Jonah, someone
And
else on this thread has a bunch.
who else?
Well, the Jewish journal.
Jonathan,
Oh,
Yay!
he has a bunch.
To kind of find out, by the way, how far I should put this to the left, I'm checking the distance from here to here, and I'm going to compare it. It looks like it's about 1.5 quarters. So I'm going to come over here, mark that distance here, here and see, did I get it right? Almost. I need to scooch this a little bit over. Not too bad today. And then note,
Yeah, so I'm like producing tiny paintings.
they look great though, Diana.
Yeah, well,
All your little fruit paintings totally look great.
tutti frutti.
Yes. Have you got your speakers yet?
Uh,
Here
yeah,
I am.
we don't have speakers, you know.
Right, I mean, honorees.
Yeah, yeah, kind of. I'm waiting for one, but we're basically done. Basically, it's going to be fun.
So this distance, which is from here to here, is one entire raccoon vertical. One raccoon. One baby raccoon. And this distance from here to here is 3/4 of that baby raccoon's vertical. So do you guys want me to repeat any, what do you call it? Repeat any measurements, or do you think you got it? Here, I'll write it down here.
So were they excited at Jewish Journal today, Jonathan?
yeah. Hmm.
You're looking pretty good.
Yeah. That's the most finalists we've ever had.
So nobody hears Diana, whether they're first, second, or third until the event.
Exactly.
Interesting.
How else would we sell tickets?
You can see that this little guy is mostly straight up and down on this side. We can make a little box for his ears. Isn't this the cutest little picture, Diana?
Yeah, it is super cute.
It's super cute. I was like, I think we need super cute tonight. And on this side, it kind of goes down, out, and over, like a little house. But I want to see these first and make sure these are right. So send these over when you're ready. And if you here, I'll send this over. I'll send a picture. One second, I'm just gonna. Send over what this looks like. And I'll send over this so you can kind of. Okay, I sent stuff across the thread so you can see.
How was your exhibit, Leah?
It went really well.
Did
It
you
went-
sell a bunch?
I did.
Yay!
And I only had smalls there. So I decided to ship some big ones out for the next show, which will probably be at the end of June. Yeah, it was really,
Fantastic.
yes.
That's
And then the more fun thing, that's an even more fun thing, although there's nothing like selling. But the more fun thing is that there's this really popular new event on Canyon Road in Santa Fe called Summer Walk. And on the
Uh-huh.
first Wednesday of June, July, and August and September, they shut the road off to traffic and they organize a bunch of events, music. And what they're really interested in is showing the history of Canyon Road. So I am going to dress like my great great Aunt Olive and paint in our garden, in her garden.
Yeah.
And we are going to we're going to have a little tea party exactly the way she used to do it when
Yeah.
she was alive. So we're going to reenact basically, uh, which I'm super excited about. I can't even, let's see, Paula. One, two. Paula, this doesn't look quite, I'm going to point. Maybe it's because you took
Mhm.
this picture, but this doesn't look quite halfway. Can you please check this and make sure it's halfway?
Does it look
Doesn't
too
look half.
high?
Yeah,
Okay.
looks a little too high to me. These ones on top are not the same as the quarters on the bottom, right? All these quarters should be exactly the same size. That's the main thing. So it might affect your other
Yeah.
lines a little bit. Essentially, what we're kind of going for, you guys, as I'm showing you these measurements, we're gonna move. The idea is that you're gonna learn to do this by just standing and looking at something and being able to sketch it right from life. Let's see. Um,
Don't you guys know how to do that yet? I think so.
they kind of do.
Yeah.
They kind of do. They don't do it much with me. So, because they're always following along on a flat thing. To draw something from life is different.
Yeah. I have set up, I put up, as you might see on my fruit, I set up a table with a mirror on it in my studio. So all the fruit is being mirrored. It's
Right.
it's really
Really
fun.
cool. Jonathan, this doesn't look right, but I can't see the whole thing. It looks off to me. It looks too tall. But I can't see the whole drawing, so send me the whole drawing.
Put this one.
Diana, go ahead and send over what you're working on.
Oh, it's just fruit.
Just fruit.
It's just more fruit. Nothing exciting. But I think it's good for this then I just have to decide how much I'm going to charge for these buggers.
I'll have to think about that. Okay, hold on. I've got Paula's I'm gonna look at. Better, Paula. Big difference, huh?
Yeah,
It makes a big difference.
definitely.
Yeah, you know, it's an art fair, so it's probably you have to.
Oh, right, this is the thing at the end of May.
Yeah,
It's exciting.
that's why I'm doing these small ones.
Paula, this looks great. Those numbers that looks great. Jonathan, let's see. Something I want to figure out what's off about it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just couldn't see the whole thing. Okay. Okay. So that's halfway. I think, Jonathan, I don't see I sort of see your quarter points. I see that. Let's see. So, part of what you've done, Jonathan, is you've put the tail above where it should be. You've done this. I'm just going to sketch it in. You've done that. Do you see
Mhm.
how that's a little
Mhm.
off? It's down below, right? So to put it up here like this, I think, but one, okay. It feels a little too wide here. And that may be because I'm struggling to see your quarter points, but this should be 3/4 and no more. And it feels like it's a little wider here. So check this measurement again and make sure it's no more than 3/4. And Paul, you can sketch in your little outer shapes here.
It's actually less than 3/4.
So it should, interesting. It's hard for me to see. Let's see. Oh, you're right. Yep, needs to be a little wider. You're right. And this little box comes down to about the 1/4 line. And then it goes out. Here, then down. And then, of course, once you get those in, yeah, his little face is just so
They are cute.
cute. I can't believe you're going to do an art show the week before one of your galas,
No,
Diana.
I really don't have time for this, but I
But you can't say no.
I know exactly.
And also, it's not like you're new to the galas.
No, and I might be able to do some work while I'm at the art fair. What do I know?
I hope you're busy and you can't. That's
Yeah,
what I have.
I hope that too, but you never know. I mean,
You never know.
I might not sell a thing.
I doubt that. I doubt
But
that.
I guess I could sell if I charge like nothing.
Well, you don't want to do that.
No, I have prints and I have these small paintings, and I'm gonna bring it 2, 3 bigger ones, I think. And it's 2 days, so if I see what works the first day, I can adjust for the second day, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But what do you think I should charge for the tiny paintings?
How big are they?
Oh, they are like 6 by 6 or 5. Some are 6 by 6, some are 5 by 5, some are 5 by 7. So basically tiny.
Well, if you want to get rid of them, you should charge less than $100 for each one.
Yeah.
That would be like 75, 80 for the smallest.
And then, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, if you want them to move, which I think you do, so you can make more,
Yeah.
that's what I would do. Remember, people still are kind of feeling the pinch,
Yeah.
but they want to spend, so give them a good deal to spend. You know, give them a good deal, give them something they can spend money on without
Yeah.
feeling. And then if they get snapped up, you can bring them up, you can bring them up the next time. But I would say 80 for the small ones, maybe up to 125 for anything over 5 by 5 inches.
Yeah.
Here, let me send this. I'm gonna send you one more picture of this, you guys, so you can see kind of where the features of the little guy fit on that.
Ooh.
I have this most of my class demos I will resell. I will sell, not resell,
Yeah.
but I will sell. And I have a thing called make an offer. And you would be shocked how much money I make off of those things. Also, how much it freaks people out.
But when they make an offer, are people fair?
Yeah, you can usually tell. Yep. Mostly they're more than fair. I
Yeah.
used to put I used to put a low minimum, and then I stopped because most people give you way more than the low minimum.
But then you can say no and say, yeah, I'm not selling for that.
I've never said no.
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 So if
It's never.
someone $10, do you sell it for $10?
Once somebody offered $10 and I knew they didn't have any money, so I said yes. Most of the time they offer more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's amazing.
my handyman, I just have to.
So notice that the ears come in, you guys, on below the top of the head. So don't stick them on the top here. Bring it in a little bit. Oh my God, look at his little bandit face. Look at his little bandit mask. It's so cute. It's just really cute. It's adorable.
Yeah, I have them in my backyard at
That's
night.
what Paula was saying too.
We had a whole family in this one dead tree with a lot of holes, and they made a home in there. And the little ones would peek their heads out of the hole, and the parents would be outside watching them, making sure they wouldn't fall out because they were really tiny.
Oh,
They are adorable.
they
They are
really are.
they are also able to cause a lot of trouble.
Oh, yeah, with their
Indeed,
little hands, they could
totally.
open the doors.
Yeah,
But you can't really blame them.
You
no,
have to be
they're
right.
smart.
Yeah, they're smart. Exactly.
Gershwin was
I
attacked
told
by
you.
one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Badly?
Well, he got him in the rear and the claws kind of like in the front.
Oh,
What happened? How did it happen?
It was like a really freak thing where I was leaving the front gate of the condo
Yeah,
and my neighbor was in the front unit, so I stopped to say hello to her, and I opened the gate, and Fosse and Gershwin went out while I opened the gate, and there happened to be a raccoon there at the same time, and I heard like screaming, and I opened the rest of the gate, and the raccoon had, his teeth were like in his butt, and his claws were like in his front, and I had to
Oh,
like pull them apart, and then I was hoping he was okay, but then I started seeing the bleeding, and then took him to the vet, and
but he was okay.
yeah, I had to like keep draining the blood
Uh,
like every day so that he wouldn't like whatever they said. I had to do that.
yeah, I've done that with cats, where you have to like wash wash out the wound with an injection, kind of flushing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
good
was.
Lord.
and sometimes they carry rabies, so you have to really be careful.
yeah,
Yeah, but I did a lot of research, that night when it happened, and
yeah.
and at least in LA, they hadn't really found a case of rabies in them in many years. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
Yeah, we have possums. I actually have a possum. I think it's a possum mama that I feed.
Well, possums don't do that shit.
No, they don't get rabies.
And
Very.
they also are
They're the
wonderful.
best animals to have around.
They don't attack. They don't attack.
No, they don't. And they clean your yard and they keep all shit away from you.
I tell you, I remember I heard the funniest noise. I heard this like really high pitched squealing,
Yeah.
right? And I went outside and it was a tiny baby that was like holding on to a chair leg. No mama in sight. And I'm like, shit, what do I do? Oh my God, I'm running around looking for a box. And then I walked out again and he was gone. So I'm assuming the mother went back
They
and
don't,
picked
the
up.
mothers don't go back.
Well, nobody else, there was nothing else to take it.
No,
So I'm actually anticipating the mother went back.
they don't. They just drop them. If they fall off the mama just goes on.
I'm not so convinced you're right on this one. Sorry, I didn't find a carcass. I didn't hear a scream. I didn't see
It might have gone on by itself somewhere.
no, because it wouldn't have gone very far. I
Yeah.
wasn't gone very long. Um, and there was no animal that came into the yard. It could have been a possum because they're so fast and sneaky. I think the mama came back for it. It could have been not very far away. Anyway, I can't imagine, I don't anticipate that it was, I'm guessing that it was it came and picked it up again because I was like kind of freaking out trying to figure out how to deal with this baby, and I went back out and it wasn't there anymore.
Mm.
And
What they say here is if you find a baby without the mama, without it being on the baby, it will not survive on its own because the mama, they just go on. They don't pick them up.
maybe that's LA that's LA possums. They're probably nice.
Yeah, they're different here.
They're a little cold, those LA
The
possums.
cold, hard city of LA.
Yeah. That's funny. Funny.
My cats had a raccoon they used to play with.
Oh, that's cute.
Nobody ever got um
Eat.
nope. Everybody seemed to have a good time. But I did kind of stop encouraging the raccoon. After a while, you realize, yeah, you don't really want them socializing too much.
It is hard to say no though when you see their pretty faces.
They are just so fucking cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, the raccoon would run along the top of our fence and the cats would run along the bottom, and there was a little rope hanging off the fence, and he would like wiggle the rope for the cats, and the cats would play with the rope at the bottom, and it's just like, and then jump up on the fence, and then the raccoon would kind of scoot a little bit and turn and look. They I watched for like 45 minutes because I was waiting. Oh my God, at some point am I gonna have to like rip them out? But they totally never fought. They just scampered around and played. It was really cute.
That's really
That is so cute.
It was really cute, yeah. But it's nice, Portland. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm now just being an asshole.
We never see our raccoons. I mean, our neighbor sees the raccoons go into our yard, and
Yeah.
I clean up after them in the backyard because they have at the
They
very
probably trash everything.
no, they don't actually, but they go. I don't know what they do if they live there or just hang out, but during night they hang out in our backyard by the olive trees, and they make that their toilet, so I have to go and clean there.
Oh,
I have to go clean there every day. Not every day, but
right.
every week. I have to go clean up after the bastards. Well, I'm doing an apple that doesn't pan out
How so? Send it over.
because I did a stupid angle of it because I wanted the apple in different angles.
Did I see something about this across the thread earlier? I think I saw something about this.
About what?
Did you send it across? Were you struggling with this apple in Sunday's class
No,
with Lotto?
no.
Okay, different apple.
Yeah.
Send it over if you like.
I've done like 3 fruit paintings a day.
Nice.
But
I think they're going to be very popular, Diana.
it doesn't take all that much time. Just that this was a stupid angle I did. I'm gonna struggle a little bit more before I send it over.
Okay. I'm here ready to look.
Yeah.
You guys will see that these raccoon is going to be easy. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. It's like 2 eye spaces between each eye. Anyway, to get back to your first comment, Diana, I think these guys could absolutely drop from life, but it's hard for me to require that. That is the one thing I can't really do very well online, right?
Hearing
Because
what? Now I don't know what you're talking about.
drawing from life,
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
I
get.
can't get them to draw from life because we can't do that together.
No,
It
that's
has to be something that we are.
hard.
I mean, I just don't think it's possible on Zoom. I don't think it's possible. I don't think I can't set up something. Once I set something up, it's a flat surface.
We did the live model online though.
Yeah, but still even that is like, I
Yeah, yeah,
mean, it's flattened.
yeah, it does.
It's not the same thing as being in person. That's the one thing I wish I could do, but I think these guys would do fine at it.
And we have to have some live classes. You have to come to LA.
I want to, I've been thinking about that. I'm on it. I'm on it, thinking about it. Paula, you want to go meet? You can join us.
We have to
You
do
can come, like,
other.
Isn't your brother here in LA?
He has an apartment in LA and he has a house in Palm Springs, so I could definitely stay at the apartment. Yeah, we
Oh
have
my
to
gosh.
figure out.
There we go. Let's keep it, Diana, I think I'm ready. Let's keep it in the back of let's keep that in the back of our hats.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would be fun.
Wouldn't that be fun?
definitely.
To get back to, finally, get back to, I would love to do that. Also, one of these days, I want to come down and help you with your gala.
Or just enjoy it.
Well, I'd be a volunteer. You could tell me to do whatever you wanted. I would go do it.
Come and make flower arrangements.
Yes,
Mm.
I'd love to.
My God, this is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be.
There's a lot going on there. I think this is probably.
Mine's looking like an alien. It looks like an alien. Look.
Let me see.
I don't know what I'm doing. I keep erasing.
Oh, because honey, look at where the white and look at where the white and the nose are.
Am I making it too low?
Yeah, no, too high.
Too high?
Way too high. Way too high.
It's
I
below
want you to take a look. I sent this across.
Okay.
Sent this across with the halfway and the quarter points marked
So
out.
it's
Erase
below the
everything.
half.
Erase everything there. Mouth and nose. Erase everything. You just don't have them in the right places.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Take a
Well,
look. It's here. You've got it. This is the halfway point. This is the quarter point,
okay.
right? This is the halfway. This is the quarter point. Look at where everything is. You need to look on the thread. I
So
sent this over to you so you can see.
the nose has to be below the halfway point.
Exactly.
Okay.
So notice what happens. It's really easy to kind of panic
Yeah, I was
and
panicking.
double down on when something looks wrong, the first thing you really want to look at, particularly when you have a nice little source like this is all sketched out for you, is look at where are things in relation to the halfway point. That's what we need to, oops, sorry, here, hold on. That's where you always kind of go. That's where we always return. Oh my, cute, cute, cutie, cutie, cute, 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 cute. The nose here comes a little bit less than halfway down the quarter. It's a little bit less, but not huge, but close. It's close. The nose comes down to the halfway point here. I'm gonna check something. Yeah. Quarter point, halfway point is here. Yeah. Actually, now that we're looking though, I'm gonna look at masking fluid and see which one I like the best. So, I've been doing nothing but looking at doors
Doors
today. Yes.
was.
Because I'm going to be painting a nursing home in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah, you
Paula, I'm
told
gonna
me
be
about
there.
that.
Jesse,
Probably the beginning of July.
oh, okay, we'll have to figure out a time to get together.
Absolutely. Although they are gonna be busting my balls, I tell you. I don't have balls, but they're gonna be busting me. They're gonna be busting. I'm painting a sample today
Mhm.
so that they can see what it looks like and model it into their specs. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work. But yes, we will definitely get together. Um, so, but they wanted to see a sample, so I bought plywood and I've painted um a door that's like basically a doorway size of
Mhm.
the plywood kind of thing that will go around the door and then also the door itself on the plywood so we can see what it looks like. And it's hard work. It's like really a lot hard. So I've been doing nothing but looking at New Jersey doors all
Oh,
day because I have to do like 25 of them.
oh my gosh.
I know it's a
But
lot.
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I think it's gonna be.
I assume you get decently paid for it.
Right,
Yes, I sure do.
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes.
So
Yes.
then they can that can go with a little bit of complaint and
Yeah. You can be a little tired. But no, absolutely. It's very I'm really excited about this project. It's a great assignment. I am not, I am mostly like super excited about it. But today I was spending all day kind of struggling with the materials, trying to figure out what's going to work the best. He said, the guy said to me, "Can you send me pictures of this?" Like, and I'm like, nobody's done this. I don't think there's any pictures. I think I just have to do one and send it over to you.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's not really. And so the plywood I picked, which was easy for me to carry, is too floppy. Like, so it's kind of bending a little bit and it's bigger than I'd like. So I'm having to kind of stand up on ladders. And I'm just like, I'm learning a lot about how, like, what the scope of this project actually is.
Do you
Um,
still have your studio there?
I couldn't do this at home. Yeah, in my garage. No way. Yeah, it's there, but it's like going from the floor to the ceiling.
Oh,
Yeah. They almost don't fit in the door. Fit in the well, yeah, actually that's true. They go, I'd say 4/5 of the way up the wall.
wow.
Yeah. At the regular
Well,
size.
good for you for doing it.
It's fun, but so it's harder than I thought. I'm just learning which materials work well and which ones don't, and trying to get a good photo of it. Trying not to get paint on the floor.
Good luck with
Right.
that.
But
Good luck with that.
trying.
Mm. This might be a dud.
Hold it
Sometimes
up, Diana. Why don't you just hold it up?
I will hold it up. Okay.
Hold it up. Hold it up.
Oh, you can't see it.
I can. I don't think it's bad. Keep
Oh.
going. No, keep going. Keep going. It's good. Keep going on that one. You've got it more than you think. Or put it down for a minute and try working on another one and then come back to
Yeah,
it.
maybe that's
You'll like
what
it better. You'll like it better than you think.
maybe that's what I'll do. It's just that it's such a stupid angle I choose to do it in.
I mean, it's a silly angle, but you can pull it. You're pulling it off more than you think.
It is a very silly angle.
You got it. I predict if you keep the small ones, you've 4x4s, under 100 and everything else in the 125, 100 to 125 to 150 range, you might even sell, I bet you unload most of them.
I was thinking that I have a few that's like 4x4 or 5x5. I can't, like this size. Where do I have a tape measure here? It's so crammed with stuff. I don't know where the tape measure is. But I think this is it's maybe 5x5. So I was thinking if I charge 60 for those.
5x5s?
Yeah. Is that
No,
too little?
no, that's too little.
Okay.
Charge, and you have 4x4s too, right?
I'm not sure. I have no, I think it's 5x5.
80 for your 5x5s, 80, not 60.
Okay.
And then go up $20 for each inch.
And then I've actually put some of the prints we did with Lado. I put
Mhm.
them in mats.
Oh, nice.
So I'm
That's
thinking
great.
those I don't know what to charge for those, maybe $30.
Yeah, since they're prints,
Yeah, or
but they're
20.
mono prints, so it's a little bit like an
Yeah,
original.
they are monoprints.
It's um, what size are they?
They are, most of them are, actually a few are 5x7, but most of them are like 8.5x11 or there around there.
By 11 with the mat,
No, without the mat.
without the mat.
They are 11x14 with mat.
And they're mono prints.
Yeah.
I would say 40 for those.
Okay.
220s. I'm thinking about this really like I'm thinking about what I saw last weekend
Yeah.
when I did my show, which was in a pretty busy area like yours will be. Um, yeah. Yeah. 40.
Okay.
40. 220s. No one will think that nobody even thinks about that. Right.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's an experience regardless. So
Oh yeah, you'll learn a lot.
if I don't sell anything, I don't sell anything.
Oh, I doubt you're not going to sell anything. I would bet money you're going to sell things. I would bet money on it. I mean, we don't have to bet money, but I'm that sure. I'm that sure. People want to support right now. That's what I'm finding. It's really fascinating. I work, my sort of part-time job is working to support small business, and small businesses all over the place are like, and everywhere I went in Santa Fe, I asked every small business I met, how is it going this year? And everybody said the same thing. The last 2 years have been terrible, and surprisingly, things are good right now. They're picking up, is what is said. And I feel like that's people trying to put their money in their community.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the few things you can do. Have you guys found yourself spending like that?
not really.
More local stores, yes.
Yeah, just buying if you can't, like thinking to yourself, oh, if I, right, like, yes, I'll get that 20
Mhm.
or $40, thing, that print, those cards, that soap, that, you know what I mean? Like that.
I
Do you find,
suspect I will spend some money at that art fair.
yeah, you might too. You might too. Um, are you gonna put in bigger pieces?
I think I'm going to bring a couple of bigger pieces just because that that's more eye grabbers.
Yeah,
So I should probably have at least a
like
couple.
16 by 20? Is
But
that what you're
yeah,
thinking?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But then also I am gonna do a live painting because I'm gonna do a demonstration painting.
Right.
So I guess that will be like 16 by 20 because otherwise people can't see what you're doing.
Yes, yes, it should be no smaller than that.
And but if
Um,
it's windy, it can be a problem if you have
and
big.
your 16 by 20s should be, hang on,
Yeah,
2 or 390.
yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking.
290 or 390.
That's what I was
Maybe
thinking.
390. Might as well make them 390.
I can always bargain if someone's
Yeah, 390. Not exactly 400, just under 400.
yeah. We'll see.
That's what I would recommend.
Thank you.
80s for your smalls, 80 for the 5x5s. If you've got bigger, which I think you do have a couple of biggers,
I do.
make those 100, 120.
Yeah.
But 80 for your smaller ones and 40 for the
Prints.
prints, and
And
then
maybe for the smaller prints, I can charge 20 or 25.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, those will go. Nobody thinks about 20, no, everybody pulls $20 out. How's it going, by the way, guys? Better?
It looks better since I
I've
moved.
erased it so many times, it just looks like gray now.
Do you want to show me? Are you having trouble in a particular way or?
It's just the spacing of the eye patch. It's like sometimes it's too high, sometimes it's too low,
Yeah, I kind of struggle with the ice patch spacing a little bit, if that
and it
makes
just
you feel any better.
doesn't.
Notice it's very, very close to the edge of the box here.
Uh,
And of course, if you go from here to here, it's like, let's see.
huh.
It's there's a much wider space between the eye patch. You can also, yeah, I don't even think I quite. It's also kind of the shape of it is a little bit more blocky. I'll show you what I mean. It's a little bit more squarish than you think. So sometimes it helps to block off those shapes. I'm gonna send it to you, which will help you kind of get the shape right. You're like curving it more than it should be. Here, hold on. I'll send this over. What? Here. I'll send you a close-up so you guys can see it. It helps to kind of square off something like this. Here, I just sent you a picture of it squared off. I got to tell you though, guys, it is great to have you back in class. It's good to have this class going again. That's really nice. I love the Friday class, but there's nothing like my three favorite students
I'm surprised there aren't more though in this class. Well,
You know, it's weird. It doesn't, I don't know. It never seems to attract that many this time slot.
is it too early or is it too?
Well, not in East Coast time. It's 8 o'clock. It starts at 8 o'clock East Coast time.
Yeah,
And no, I don't think it's too early. I just think maybe people have other stuff going on. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. We haven't seen Lisa in a long time. I guess she's out, isn't she?
I think so. She's busy.
She's really busy, I know.
And I don't, yeah, she is really busy.
Is she still president?
No,
Oh, she isn't.
no.
Oh, who's the president now?
His name is Danny Bakewell Jr. He runs the largest black newspaper west of Mississippi.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
He sounds great.
he is. He's and believe it or not, which is shameful, he is the first colored president we've had in the press club.
Wow.
Yeah, it's shameful.
But it seems like you've got a pretty, I mean, I feel like our group on Saturdays who come into class is pretty great and diverse and awesome.
Yeah, we have diverse membership, but you know, the board is voted by the membership. So, and then the board elects the president, the officers. So that's good. So no, I like that we have. He's a good guy.
That's great.
And we get along well.
That's good.
Yeah.
Although Lisa was great.
Yeah. Absolutely. But I get it, you know, it's one thing to be like me. I am employed.
Right. It's another thing to volunteer.
Yeah, it's another thing to do.
It's really hard.
Yeah. It is. It is a commitment. So I get it. I get it, totally get it.
By the way, guys, it will help you a lot to do what I did by boxing off, following these. I just was able to make 2 corrections. Pretty key ones. One, the shape kind of above the eye. That really helped.
Oh.
No rush though.
I think I'm just going to be happy if it looks like
Close.
not an alien.
Me too. Me too.
It looks a
not
little
crazy.
weird in the drawing sketch, in the drawing stage. Absolutely. Don't worry about it.
I guess we could
It's
tweak it, maybe it'll look a little different.
Do you remember the raccoons we did a couple of years ago or 3 years ago or something?
wasn't it a mama and a baby?
No,
Was
with 2 little raccoons.
Yeah, 2 little raccoons. Might have been from the same set.
They were so cute.
They
I'm
really are.
sending you this freaking apple. That
Yeah, send me the apple.
no, I don't know.
Can you
what-
send me your source that you're working from? Or are
I
you just,
don't, it's just laying on the table here, so that's.
can you take a picture of it so I can see it?
Yeah, it's not going to
See
be
it.
representative, but
That's okay. That's okay. Send it over. Let me take a look.
It's not representative, and I don't know if I get it in the right angle, but I will do it.
Just send it over. What I think what's really bothering you is the center.
Yeah, well, I
It's
don't
the
know.
center. Um, So I'm wondering if you should mute it with a little bit more red in there so that because here's the problem, Diana. It's here I can show you. I'll point it to you. I know it's bothering you. And it's probably exactly what you're seeing, but you're going to need to change it for the sake of here. I'm going to remove the spotlight for a second. And I'm going to share. I'll show you I think what's bothering you. Here. Do you see this section?
Yeah.
I think this is bothering you. Because, and here's the problem. You can't mush this area because it's green and it's next to red.
Yeah.
So my suggestion is to redden it a little bit so it's a little bit more muted.
Okay.
I know it's lighter, but make it redder because
Okay.
you've got this, like what's happening is the eye is going straight to the middle because these two things are next to each other. You see
Yeah.
that? And you can't, like, it's not really problematic here and here, or even here and here, or here and here, or here and here. You've kind of handled the edges, but this, you just go straight there and it looks too unfinished
Yeah.
because our eye is going. So I would redden it just a little bit so you don't
Okay.
really see much of the green.
Okay.
And that would be my suggestion. But let me take a look at what you're looking at. I'm sure you're faithfully recreating what you've.
I'm never faithfully recreating anything.
Well, I think so. I'm sure you're doing a pretty good job with it. Here, hold on. But here we go. Yeah. Actually, if you look, Diana, you'll see that's actually what is happening. What is actually, it's much redder. And the red kind of drifts into the green.
I'm sending you my little raccoons from several years ago.
Oh, that's great. Please do.
I don't know if this is the finished product, but it's what I found right now. So
Mhm. And I promise we're going to back it down a little bit next week, guys, and practice animal features because I think that'll be really fun. And we're going to do them big.
it looks like this is not the finished product, but at least it's somewhere in the process.
That's so cute.
Weren't they
Oh,
cute?
I love it. I love the way you did the reflection of the apple, Diana. That's beautiful.
Is that an apple from your tree? Oh, yeah, I remember those guys.
Aren't they cute?
They're so cute. Are you going to sell those? Sell those.
Yeah, I could do that.
Put them out there. People go bananas. They will go bananas over it. They'll love it. I'll be right back, you guys.
Okay.
I love that.
Hmm.
But normally, I've been spending like 45 minutes on doing one of these small paintings, and this apple is really bothering me.
I think it's beautiful, honestly. I think you're being too critical.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. I love the reflection.
Okay.
So Jonathan, are you coming to the award show this year?
Probably
No,
not, no.
he always has to work.
That's not fair.
I know, I always do all the work and I don't get to really enjoy anything.
That's not fair.
And don't tell me you've never been sick, right?
Right.
You've always made it through.
Yeah, I had COVID once. I had to
And did
work
they
through.
just not lay it out? Who laid out the paper?
I did.
Yep.
They were like, "Oh, we're so sorry you have COVID. Can you do this now?"
Yeah, I know the feeling. That's how my work is too.
Right. You're a one-man band.
Yeah. You know, that wasn't when I when I had cancer. I had, no, when I broke my neck. When I broke my neck, I
Oh,
couldn't type because I couldn't use my arms.
oh,
Uh,
So what'd you do?
I had a speech recognition installed on my computer, and then I had to have an assistant come over and sort of help me type everything. And
My God, there is a picture of Diana at one of the galas in her neck brace
yes,
and her,
yes, there is.
and yes, pretty much everything has happened to Diana and she's still alive and kicking, guys.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. What can you do?
Broken your neck, you've broken bones, you've had cancer, you were kidnapped once. Like, it's like you literally everything has happened to you.
Yeah, well, have to
You're a tough woman, Diana. You cannot be, you cannot be knocked down.
no, there's no point in knocking me down.
Mm-mm.
But I have one thing going for me that makes it easier.
Yeah.
I
What's that?
I'm not prone for depression or self-pitying. So
Mm, amazing.
that makes it easier. I think that's what helps me.
It's incredible, Diana. Honestly. I hope you write a book someday about your life.
Who would be? I have 3 readers.
well, us.
I'll read
Yeah,
We'll read it.
you're 3.
I'll buy one
Oh
for a
no, I
friend
think
too.
people would find
Yeah.
Sandra
A
would read it.
lot in life is attitude.
That's really true, isn't it? I
Yeah.
have actually learned that from you. You have a good attitude about a lot of things. And since everything's happened to you, you never over or underplay anything. Like you've like gone through so much. So your opinion means a lot in terms of when it's really time to worry.
Yeah. And worrying. The other thing is that worrying doesn't help anything.
Mm-mm. You hearing this, guys? Where's the wisdom?
Mm.
Yeah.
And by the way, don't worry if we don't finish this painting, we will finish it up next week. If we
Okay.
just work on the
Bye.
drawing, that's also okay. I'm not really in any rush, and I'm kind of thinking I'm going to bring you through the summer in some way, maybe with a couple weeks off here or there. Yeah, Paula, I'm looking forward to seeing you in New
Yeah,
Jersey.
definitely. Even maybe I'll just visit you where you work and bring you lunch or something. One of
Oh
my
my
days.
God, love you. No, I'm coming over.
You come over my house. Yeah, definitely. But if you can't take a break and then working you.
I am sure they're going to work me like dogs, but I'm sure it's going to be a really hard job. After today, I'm like, ooh, gotta get the right materials, but it's good to practice so that you can kind of see what you need to do.
I'll
Okay,
cook you Italian
I
meal.
tone down the middle.
Let's see. Did it
Yeah.
help?
Well,
It
it's still
helped, right?
like a nectarine instead
Oh,
of
significantly, significantly. And now I would even, do you see how much better it looks?
yeah,
And now I would even kind of brush a little red into the black. I know that's what it looks like in the source, but
yeah,
I would mute the black, brush a little red
yeah. Okay.
so that yeah, so it's not so
Too
strong.
dark.
It's so heavy. Yeah, it's so heavy. All your other, it's funny, you've got strong edges. But that dark is like, it's just, it almost shouldn't, think it should almost not be there. Then I think you've got it.
Yeah, it's not one of my.
It may not be one of your favorites, but it's you've taken it.
Okay. Oh, and now, I've done it again. I start to like go with my brush to the picture on my iPhone.
Oh,
I'm gonna send my
where
raccoon.
you're at?
Yeah,
Okay.
just let me know. I'm not
All
sure.
right.
Eyeball.
But is it helping to sort of follow along here a little
Oh
bit?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
And
Okay.
blocking it off also helped because the curve.
Yeah. So Paula, just look at where, so your eyes are a little bit too small and they're a little high up.
Is too high. Okay.
Yeah. So the eyes, I actually drew a line, and they're a little small. I actually drew, so the little white chops. So basically, the eyes need to come down, which means everything that all the whole dark thing is going to come down.
Okay.
I did a little here. I'm going to show it to you. I did this. This is the, right? This is where the bottom of the eyes are.
Okay.
And look at that. It's not even, it's like a third of the way up the quarter.
Okay.
So if you can draw a line across here, and then you'll see, and then the other relationship you'll see is kind of where, how close your eye is to this little white mutton chop.
Yeah, it's
And
hard
then
to.
you also see how close the dark mask is to the top of the eye,
Okay.
right? That should help.
So I may have to bring that mask down a bit.
Yeah, you will, for sure. Because it's all connected to the eye, right?
Right.
It's all connected.
So I sent mine over, and it's just
Let's
like
see.
everything's just wrong, I feel.
Hold on, let me look.
This is deceivingly hard. It looked like it was going to be cool little.
I know it really looked like it was going to be easy. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, but that's how you learn. It's
I think I need to take it again. I don't know if it went through.
Yeah, click it again. You're probably closer than you think, Jonathan. It's just one thing. Probably one or two things. There we go. Do me a favor. Dang it.
But you can see it's a raccoon.
Can you send it so I can see the whole? I'm struggling to. I want to see the whole figure, not just the face. You have the same problem that Paula did with where the eyes are, where the bottom of the eyes are. But I want to see the whole thing, Jonathan, not just the, did you send it over? Not just the body. So once again, you have your eyes kind of, if you look here, thank you.
I'm afraid if I drop the eyes,
You drop the eyes. You need to drop the eyes.
I'm afraid if I drop the eyes, there's could be like way too much of that forehead.
Mhm.
That's not, that's, then hold on. One,
Because
two.
I had them lower and then
So my
I raised
question
them.
is,
Am I
all
keep
right,
lowering
so
and
two
raising these
things.
eyes?
All right, so two things. One is that I think this line, and I'm pointing to where the problem is, I believe this line is not wide enough. It should be basically 3/4 of the, I think that's the problem. And in fact, I know it's the problem. Doesn't look, well, maybe not.
No, it's exactly.
It's exactly 3/4.
Yeah, if I'm using my pencil here.
Um, yeah, something looks off about the proportions, and I'm just trying to figure out what has gone wrong. I so the first thing that is off is where your eyes are. The second thing is that your ears are up too high. So what I want you to do is erase the eyes, and I want you to look at where the eye line is. That's the first thing you're going to do. Also, his nose is a little narrow. Everything's too narrow. So this should be wider. So yours is, you've got yours kind of, here, I'll show you. Yours, you're doing this,
Uh-huh.
right? And your eyes are up here. The bottom of your eyes are up here. So you need to notice that here is the halfway point, and here's where the bottom of the eye line is. This needs to come down and go across. So everything, you're kind of squinching things up when they actually take up more space. So this nose is not like this. It's out like this. This comes down lower than you have it. I think you also don't have the nose down low enough. This is almost, the bottom of the nose is almost pretty much at the halfway point between in this quarter. So get this
Okay.
line right and get this line right. And I think you're going to see it's going to make things, everything you're doing is a little too scrunched up. And that's why it doesn't look right. Things are too narrow. Well, we forget, what you want to remind yourself when you're looking at an animal full on, straight on, is that animals have snouts that extend out more than the nose. And because, here, hold on, I'm going to show you. Animals have snouts that extend out like this, right? They come right out. Our noses do that, but animal noses come out even farther. And anything that's closer to us is going to be bigger. This is the plane. So everything that's coming towards us, besides the fact that it sticks out farther, but we can't see it sticking out, means that everything's going to be a little bit bigger as anything on this proboscis thing, the mouth and the jaw that you can see is going to be bigger because it's closer to you. Just like if my hand is here, here, or here, it gets bigger. So I always tell myself that. I'm always like, okay, if I'm looking at something straight on an animal picture, I know the nose is always bigger than I think it is. Diana, how's the apple coming along?
I abandoned it.
You abandoned it? I'm done with this thing. Is that an apple from your tree?
No, I don't have any apples.
I was gonna say,
It's an apple
it's not
from the
apple
store.
time. It's not apple time yet.
Well, I don't have any apples in mine. I threw out the only apple tree I had.
Really? Oh, you
Yeah,
had an apple tree.
they need too much water.
Ah, that's why they do well up here,
Yeah,
because there's so much water up here.
it's not here.
Yeah.
I can't afford them. Or something. So I moved on to fixing another apple that I was working on.
Okay, great. If you want to send that, send it.
That I thought was finished, but it's not. So I
Do
have.
you want me to look at it, or do you feel like you know what you need to do to it?
I think I know what I needed to do.
Okay.
So, here it is. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, it looks good from small. Here, hold on. Oh yeah, it's coming along. I love that little dip in the where the stem is. Isn't that just, they're such a beautiful shape, the
Oh,
apple.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just looking so great. That's looking great. Somebody might buy 5 of them
Yeah, hopefully.
just to put them all like in their kitchen or something.
Yeah, my friend, a friend in Sweden said, "Well, I could buy those. They are the right size. I could put them in my kitchen."
Yeah, yeah, it's kitchen art for sure.
Yeah,
Kitchen art, absolutely.
and that feels a little bit less pretentious, so that's good.
No, it's okay. Art's not pretentious. It's just great. It like makes your life better to have it on, up and around. Don't ever apologize for that. One of the other things I wanted to show you guys is here's the quarter point, the first quarter point, and if you can see that, the quarter point lines up with where that V is, so Jonathan, this might also be an issue, is that your ears aren't down low enough
Okay.
because this little V is right here, lined up with this quarter point. So the ears probably need to be bigger. Everything got too scrunched. It's okay. It's normal to do that. It's normal to scrunch everything up. Even amongst you, my most gifted students, my most gifted of students. I tell people about you guys all the time. I'm like, I have this group on Tuesday nights. They're so like, I was just showing them the landscapes that you two did, the ones where you got to choose your own colors. I was like, look at these. I showed them mine because, right, like several people looked at mine and wanted to buy it, but nobody ended up doing it. And then I was like, oh my God, this was this assignment I did with my students. But they're really gifted and look at what they did. And then everybody looked at what you did, Paula, and went, ooh.
Okay,
And then they
can we buy that instead?
wow. They were like, oh my God, they're so different. And I'm like, yep, that's the idea.
Yeah.
That's my gifted students. The gifted students can handle it, take it to the next level.
That was a fun assignment.
That was a fun assignment. God, we've done so much.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone that knows me has one of my paintings in their house now.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's great.
That I gift. I don't expect them to pay for it. But
Uh-oh.
they love them.
Well, yes. You know what my favorite paintings of yours are, Paula? It's hard to choose. You remember those apples you did at the very
Oh,
beginning?
yeah,
You did them on
yeah.
your own. Do you have pictures of those?
I do. I should actually frame them and put those in my kitchen. I really should.
Please send them across. Diana, look at this piece that
I was
Paula
just
did very early. Like,
around with these
Yeah,
apples.
in
she
a
took a few
second.
lessons and then she would, and this is when Jonathan and I went ringer.
Yeah.
Singer,
She's like this
singer.
art major here, you know.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
not an art major.
you two are equal in my mind. You three, of course, but you two particularly are really equally gifted. You're both just picked it up fast and went with it. You're naturals. Um,
I think
Diana will tell you with my class on Saturdays, there are people in the class who are like, what do I do? They're holding their brush like this. They're literally like, what do I do? Help, what do
I
I
have to,
do?
uh,
They're just holding their brushes like this. What do I do?
oh,
Yeah, look at those amazing
Aren't those
apples.
beautiful?
How do you
She
like
did
them
those.
apples?
I like them apples. I like them apples. And look at how different they are than Diana's apples, which are equally appealing. It's kind of neat how great, like,
here comes the apple I'm working on right now.
the apple of your hand as opposed to the
Yeah,
apple of your
that
eye.
I might have to change the shadow a little bit, but don't
Yes.
want to spend too frigging much time on it.
Let's see.
Oh, look, oh yeah, I remember those, Pavel. I remember those apples.
Oh, that's looking great, Diana. That's looking great. Feel like, do you think if you did a light glaze of burnt sienna, it would kind of would push the greens forward a little bit?
Uh,
At least on the shadow side. Light. You put it on and then you wipe it off.
okay, burnt
Just to
sienna.
burnt sienna. So glaze it on and then wipe it off. So there's only the littlest fragment.
Okay.
Is that acrylic?
Um,
I will try
yeah,
it,
that's acrylic.
even though
Try it because it's
I
looking a
always
little
resist
flat.
it.
Right. I like it, but it's looking a little flat, and I think it needs a little warmth. It needs to warm up a tiny bit.
Okay. Both the apple and the shadow.
Yeah. I would say shadow apple. I mean, you can do the whole apple if you want to, or you can just do the shadow of the apple and the shadow side of the apple, and then the shadow of the apple. Let's see. Oh, much better, Paula. All right, Jonathan. Yeah, guys. Yeah. See how much better those are?
Yeah.
Way better. So, Jonathan, you still need to bring the ears down. So your ears are still coming up. So I'm going to show you what you're doing, which is making you feel. So really the ears line up this little V, the ears line up right with the middle of that V. But yours are going up like this.
Okay, I did it.
Which makes it look too small. So you need to bring it down. Here's where
So
it
it's the
lines
V
up
that
here.
needs to be lined up
It's the
here.
V that needs to be lined up
You're a good
on
girl.
both sides.
Okay.
So one of the reasons that your little face feels so
I
awful.
know. Are you bored, Sunny?
Sunny's bored.
Yes, Sunny's bored. Okay, I did what you said. Let's see
Yeah.
what you think. Here
What do you
comes
think?
again. How many apples have I sent you today?
A lot. I feel very healthy. Oh, Paula, that looks really great. Good job, honey. You got a great job. Oh, I think that looks much better. Do you
All
see
right.
what I mean? It
Yeah.
just warms it a little bit.
Yeah.
Would have been
I
different.
think that looks much better. I think now it's just little tiny. Yeah, it just was looking a little flat. It needed a little, and I think it needed a warm, cool push.
Yeah, and I think also the shadow on the right side goes out a little bit too far.
Yeah, so you can like pull that in. But in terms of the apple itself, I think that adds the depth that you wanted. That kind of adds the depth. Yeah. Woo. All right, and once we've done those, I think we have a little time to start painting. Not much, but we can do a little bit.
Okay, that helped too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bore you with sending this, but
Oh, send it.
I
Yeah, I
can
see.
hold it up. I changed the shadow there.
Hold
Very
on.
nice.
Do you see how different that is? Look at how much depth just that little glaze and her changing of the shadow. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, so
It's
that's
great.
that one. That's that one.
That's great. Keep going. Check it off the list. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, now
Keep
I
going,
have,
Lindaeus. You've got a lot. You've got it.
and I
Every one of
have
these
this
is
one.
into
Do you think I should do anything else with this one?
I don't think so, but I'm going to take a look. I mean, you could glaze the green a little purple. Do a slight purple glaze in the green shadow side.
Okay.
Just to in the same way to give it a little bit more, pushback.
Okay.
And also because the purple will really pop with the yellow.
Okay. I'll do that.
It's nice, but glazing's nice because sometimes it's a really good finisher. Sometimes it's exactly what you need. All right. I'm gonna go, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna clean off my palette, which has, gosh, I don't know. Oh, yes, we were doing an all blue landscape, so it has lots of blue in it.
Yeah, I think that helps. And now it's running, but that's okay. Then it turns into a Leah painting when it has running paint.
When it has little drips in it, yeah.
That's her signature,
Well, I'm trying to pull them back a little bit, actually. I realize that I let the drips kind of go out of control. They stopped looking good. So I still use them, but I'm much more selective about what I let stay. Are you guys feeling ready to kind of start with a little bit of color on here?
I'm not, but you guys can go ahead.
Well, then no, we're waiting. We're just chit-chatting, man.
No, no, go ahead. I basically used up my entire eraser on my pencil.
Jonathan, hold it up for me. Just hold it up for me. Can you? Oh, you've got it now. Now you're getting it. Getting it. Yep.
Go on painting.
Yeah, start painting. You can do all your corrections in your painting. You're good.
Yeah,
It's good enough. Listen, I know that y'all will get tired of, there is such a thing as sort of exhaustion from the drawing, which is really dumb. We don't like drawing here as much as we like painting. All right. So, my suggestion is we're going to do light washes over the darker. I don't know, actually, I'm almost wondering. I'm going to test something. I'm going to test it over here. I don't want you guys to have to do this, but I want to do it. I'll do it here so you can see. I'm wondering if it would make sense to do a light washy. Oops, you can't see what I'm doing here. I'm doing a light wet on wet burnt umber wash, which I think might do great everywhere except for here. We'll leave these white. Because I think what will happen is it's very warm and it'll add a nice layer that we can kind of layer on top of. So yeah, I'm gonna say burnt sienna. What the first thing I'm gonna say is let's try wet on wet. Everything, including this kind of whitish side. You can do like one quadrant at a time if you want to.
and did you say burnt umber or burnt sienna?
Burnt sienna and very, very light. So I've gotten my brush, I've gotten my paper wet, and now I'm gonna, you see how light that is? so light that you can barely see it. Because what I feel like is there's these kind of dark, even in the light sections, there's these darks. It's warm and kind of darkish. I know it's like way, way too light for the light sections, but, and I know we have gouache, I know we have gouache too, so we can kind of go over and pop out some of our whites when we're done. But this fur is not, none of it is exactly white. There's dark underneath. So the first thing I want to see is this. And the only place I really didn't get the orange, I even put it on the top of the white here. So that is like this very, very light wash. Super light. And then once that dry, and then we let it dry.
You're being silly, Sunny.
This is not a first for that sweet doggy.
No, I went painting instead of taking her for a W.
Oh, are you still in a cast?
No,
How's your broken bone feeling?
better, but not great.
Oh, it's still hurting a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Sorry to
But
hear
I
that.
go to physical therapy, so
It'll get better then.
it will get better. And I'm going back to the doctor next week. We'll see what they have to say.
Okay. And then once that's dry, we're gonna mix our dark from burnt umber and a little ultramarine blue. But we still want it a little on the brown side. I don't know. Can you guys see this? I want you to see this color that I'm mixing. It could be darker if I added more blue, but I'm adding a little bit more brown. I'm waiting. It still isn't quite dry yet, but I'm mixing. I'm practicing mixing. But it can kind of lean a little bit towards brown. I don't want to lay this on yet. I just did, and it's kind of too wet. So, oh wait, I didn't want to do that either here. Wrong area. Yeah, you'll want to wait until you're
His body is like Cartman.
is like, yeah. True. And you'll notice this first layer goes on fairly light. I'm kind of putting this everywhere.
So this is raw umber or burnt umber?
Burnt umber, burnt umber and ultramarine blue. We are definitely going to use our gouache for the whiskers. And you can see how as my painting starts to dry, it gets a little bit lighter. You're gonna have to keep remixing. Yeah, burnt umber, if you don't remember, burnt umber and ultramarine blue make the most beautiful sort of warm brown, dark black. My favorite color. We're there a lot of the time. We might even stop here. We might.
So what are you doing about the eyes? Are we just painting over the eyes for now?
Painting over the eyes for now, because even the lightest part of the eye is still fairly is still fairly like mine is still pretty light, so I can get darker. Here, I can show you. Right, I can get in and get darker and still have this light area. I'm not going to do it now. I want to wait until next week to get into that. But I can push this darker once. And then I'm taking a little burnt sienna, slightly darker, to bring it in the shadowed white parts of him, which are here. It's a little bit heavier. That is probably where we'll stop today. Well, what seems like a lot of white is really not that much white. And as we start to darken other things, you'll see there's a contrast, but it's kind of grayed. And and after you're done with this stage, let's call it a night here and we'll pick it up next week. And then we'll play around with animal eyes, which I think will be really fun. Nice and big and very satisfying. I'm going to look up masking fluids and figure out which one's the best one and send you guys some suggestions.
I'm gonna continue with my tutti frutti.
Your tutti fruities.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have that many lemons, Diana. Lemons are super popular.
Yeah, I have a lot of lemon paintings.
And it's nice because those are up from your trees. So those are
They are
your
all
sources.
from my trees. I'm just working on one now that I'm finishing off here. Can you see it?
Let me see. Here, hold it up. I'm gonna hold it up. Oh, you are holding it up. Okay, here, hold on. Oh yeah, that's looking great.
Beautiful. I love that.
Gorgeous.
I like the turquoise in the background. So
I know, that's a really nice, pleasing color, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's a crowd pleaser.
I
Agreed.
have a bunch of lemons. But it is nice right now when I mean, there are so many lemons in my garden. There's so much citrus fruit all together.
Did you send the picture across, Diana, of all your fruit all together?
No, I
You
didn't.
posted on Instagram? Why don't you send that over?
Okay.
You can really see how pleasing these are. And
Mm.
great work today, by the way, star students, as
Keep,
always.
keep,
Struggle is good.
keep your fingers crossed that I sell them.
Wait, when is it? I thought it was at the end of the month.
It is at the end of the month, but I
Oh,
have,
yeah, we've got a
you
couple
know,
weeks.
I totally have to prepare. Otherwise, you know, it's,
Are they giving you a booth or do you have to set one up?
yeah, yeah.
Yes, set one up, or are they giving you a booth?
They giving me book.
Okay, so you don't have to set that up.
No,
That's the biggest pain in the ass. Everything else is easy.
but all photos. I'm gonna,
Dragging that stupid booth around. I toyed very briefly with going on the circuit, but I was told by many people, oh, you do really well, but I would not. I didn't want to do it. It does seem like too much work.
I'm gonna send it, Lily.
Okay.
I'm sending it to the animal farm comes the
The
fruit.
animal farm. Oh
Comes
yeah,
the-
guys, if you want to see what Diana's got so far for her little,
oh wow.
isn't that great?
Wow, that's beautiful.
Look at all those. Yeah, that's a very delectable.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks delicious.
Don't
Wow.
they look great? Wouldn't you want to buy one? I would want to own one of those, or several. Yeah, keep them in the 80 range and you'll be, that's just 420s. 1, 2, 3, 4. You barely count them.
So
All right,
the
I can do
colors are
that.
gorgeous.
What's that?
Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, I don't know about that apple, the other apple, but you know, the green apple I think turned out okay.
Yeah, absolutely. What were you saying, Paula?
I love the pomegranate. That's my favorite.
Yeah, it's so beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, I
That's
actually
what
see
wanted
the
the booth.
smaller painting of the big painting I did.
That
Oh,
wanted the booth. That
Yeah,
wanted the show at the last.
yeah.
so cute. Is that an azalea flower? What kind of a flower is that, Diana? The pink
It's
one.
a peach flower.
Oh, it's a peach flower.
Oh,
Yeah.
So pretty. I love the color. Gorgeous.
really gorgeous.
The peach flowers are just absolutely gorgeous. That's for sure.
All right, when you think you guys can get yours to just about this little mushy area, this is all pretty mushy looking. That's where we want to stop. Mushy.
Mushy.
Mushy and a little on the light side. Still the dark light contrast, but a little bit mushy, kind of grayish.
Mhm.
Ugh. Paula, I saw you won a big nursing award.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I was so surprised. I did not
Yeah?
expect that. Remember I told you about that family that the gentleman was actively dying when I got to the house?
Yes.
Apparently they sent a letter to my manager and just said all these wonderful things about me, and my manager
Oh.
nominated me for this award. So Yeah, I went to a breakfast and I had no idea that I was even getting the award. I'm chowing down on some eggs and stuff, and they call my name and they're like, "Oh, it's you." I'm like, "What? What?" I hardly even heard what she was saying. I had to ask her for the written speech because everybody's kind of chit
You were
chat.
in shock.
I was in shock. Yeah, so it's a very nice award. Yeah.
And that was so funny because that was such a stressful case for you.
Oh
You
gosh.
felt the family was so not
They
with
were
it.
not ready for it. They had no idea. Yeah.
And so it could have gone either way. They could have gotten really upset and complained,
Hi,
but
Ma.
instead they were like, thank God.
I guess they were.
Coi clip phone con nữa.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Jonathan's talking to his mom
oh.
Yeah.
in Cantonese.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, goodbye.
That is so cute. I could tell you were talking to your mom.
Hello and goodbye.
Oh. All right, well, I think I'm gonna call it a night because I have to wake up early tomorrow, but so I'll just show you where I am at.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah. Perfect.
It's
Perfect.
No,
love
Perfect.
yeah,
you.
that's perfect. Mine's is not
Perfect.
perfect.
Not yet.
Disagree. I
Not yet.
disagree. Hold on, let me pop it up.
Fine.
Disagree. It's coming along
Yes.
Yeah,
very
it is.
well. It's coming along just fine. All
No
right,
problem.
perfect place to stop.
Better,
Let's stop
Mhm.
and we will go into this more next week.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
I hope
All
I can
right, thanks
join
guys.
you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see
See you
you.
later.